Hey seekers, you're there by yourself, perhaps in the quiet of dawn, or during your daily routine, and it strikes you. I'm not fulfilled, not in the way I imagined, not in the way I've been acting. And the toughest part, you can't pinpoint when this emptiness began. You survey your existence and it all looks solid on the surface. You've ticked the milestones, you've followed the expected path, but something's absent. Something's been absent for some time, and you've been too occupied, too scattered, or too hesitant to confront it. We all fall into this trap. We drown the tough inquiries under tasks and duties and social commitments. We quiet that inner whisper that wonders, is this everything? Is this truly the extent of it? We assure ourselves that this unease, this void, is simply adulthood. In the hardest reality, we promise ourselves we'll address it soon, after this deadline, after the family settles, after we build more security, after life eases up. But soon never arrives. The deadline passes and another emerges. The family evolves, but fresh challenges appear. And in the meantime, time slips away, genuine time, your time. The Stoic thinker Epictetus taught that the unexamined life isn't worth living. And he was spot on. But delving into your life is daunting because it demands recognizing what you've ignored. It requires confronting realities you've dodged. It means potentially reshaping what's secure and known, even if it's quietly eroding you. Most folks avoid it. They cling to ease. They remain silent. They keep up the facade. And then years fly by. They rise one day at 50 or 60 or 70, and remorse crashes over them like a storm. All those years lived narrowly. All those aspirations ignored. All those realities unspoken. But you can choose differently. You're listening now, and that signals something within you is prepared. Prepared to drop the act. Prepared to reject mediocrity. Prepared to pose the inquiries you've evaded. These 12 questions aren't gentle. They're not designed to comfort you. Some will burn. Some will provoke resistance. Some might tempt you to turn away because they strike deep. But that's precisely why you must engage them. The Stoic poet Rainer Maria Rilke advised, be patient with all that's unresolved in your heart and learn to cherish the questions themselves. The questions ahead aren't mere phrases. They're reflections, and what they reveal will show you your current state and your needed path. Your present life stems from every question you've embraced or ignored, and your life in 5 years will be defined by what you tackle today. Before we begin, tap that like button. Pass this to someone who's been too cautious too long. Subscribe because we're building more than content here. We're fostering a haven for those ready to live authentically. Engage every question. If you're set to embrace reality, affirm it in the comments. Wisdom over ease. Am I pursuing my own path or chasing others' validation? Reflect on your recent decisions. The role you fulfill. The obligations you accepted despite your reluctance. The self you display outwardly. The ambitions you silence fearing ridicule. Now consider, how many were authentically yours? Seneca observed, it always astonishes me. We cherish ourselves above others, yet value their views more than our own. Ponder that. We profess self-worth, yet construct lives around external judgments. You endure a role that exhausts you because quitting seems like defeat. You sustain bonds that lack depth because dissolving them invites scrutiny. You conceal your true passions, your genuine thoughts, your essence because authenticity risks criticism. Every evening before rest, that tension isn't just fatigue. It's about another day of pretense. Each time you hold back, feign interest in what drains you, diminish yourself to conform, you're prioritizing acceptance over truth. The harsh reality, chasing validation is endless fatigue. You satisfy family, then companions, then superiors, then peers, then norms. And when validation arrives, it falls flat because it's not your authentic self they're endorsing. It's the role, it's the disguise, it's the adaptation for their comfort. But shaping life for validation means never discovering your core. You spend years adapting, conforming, adjusting. You master sensing moods, crafting responses, becoming what's required. And gradually, your true self fades so far you lose touch. The price isn't merely your genuineness. It's your serenity, it's your vitality, it's your delight. Because validation seeking demands constant vigilance, self-editing, doubt. It leads to fear-driven choices over heartfelt ones. It means affirming when your spirit screams denial. So inquire now, whose validation shapes my path? And does it justify never truly knowing myself? Does it merit devoting your singular life to others' expectations instead of unveiling who you are? What reality am I evading? There's an insight you already hold, lingering in your thoughts, awaiting recognition. You sense it in still moments when noise subsides. You feel it instinctively in choices. You detect it in the voice you suppress. Marcus Aurelius noted, we endure more in our minds than in truth. But often we suffer by shunning truth entirely. We craft tales to sidestep plain facts. We stay occupied to avoid reflection. We dull sensations to evade emotion. Perhaps it's the reality of your bond. The spark faded long ago, but you both maintain routines. You're not allies anymore. You're cohabitants, associates, two sharing quarters but not existence. Admitting this invites tough dialogues, unknown tomorrows, ache you're unprepared for. Maybe it's your well-being, the neglect of your form, the patterns you know harm you gradually, yet you vow change tomorrow. The signals you dismiss because addressing them demands action. Perhaps it's your vocation. You're beyond weary. It's no fleeting phase. This pursuit is eroding your spirit. You persist because it's known, not fitting. Every eve, that unease is your essence signaling what you resist hearing. Or maybe it's self-truth, about your evolution versus aspirations, about squandered potential, about justifications, about daily self-betrayals. Evading truth doesn't erase it. It amplifies its burden. It manifests in tension, restless nights, vague worry. It appears in recurring relational failures. It emerges in unbreakable cycles. Your form knows. Your core knows. Only your intellect feigns ignorance. Truth's nature. Confronting it may sting, but the deception wounds deeper. It might unsettle, but it's authentic. It could demand shift, but you're advancing rather than trapped in illusion. You needn't solve it immediately. Just cease denial. Label it. Own it. So inquire now, what reality am I evading? This is your honesty instant. Prove your resolve by typing I embrace reality. Am I anchored in history or forging ahead? Daily, you select where to direct focus, how to allocate hours, which paths to chase, which ventures to embrace or shun. But the query few pose, are these selections rooted in your vision or in prior wounds? Stoic wisdom from Seneca, it's not events that matter, but your response. Yet most respond not to now, but to yesteryears, 5, 10, 20 back. They inhabit today with gaze locked on yesterday. Examine your choices. Do you shun certain ties because a past heartbreak lingers? Do you opt for caution in pursuits because one setback scarred you? Do you distance others because early lessons equated trust with hurt? Do you decline chances because once you were deemed inadequate? These aren't deliberate. They're reflexes. Scars posing as insight, old agony as safeguard. And tragically, you might not notice. These feel innate, like traits. You're not fearful, you're pragmatic. Not stagnant, steady, not guarded, prudent, but truth. History governs your tomorrow only if permitted. That wounder is gone, yet decisions echo their presence. That defeat ended, but you live as if ongoing. That dismissal shrank you then, but you still contract to evade it. History occurred. It molded you. It imparted lessons, some invaluable. You grew resilient, vigilant, perceptive. But some are falsehoods. Some defenses that aided survival now block thriving. Each backward glance steals a forward step. Each fear-based choice chains you to old loops. Each spurned opportunity due to past slips is a fresh future discarded. Decide now, will history script your destiny? Or will you author anew? For history is reference, not dwelling. Who am I evolving into this instant? Right here, you're transforming. Not yesterday's self, not tomorrow's hope, but the being your routine actions craft. In the uneasy query, is this being one you'd admire upon encounter? Stoic reflection from Epictetus. Tell me, what do you intend with your one vital and rare existence? But many are so immersed in routine they forget to query their emerging self. Review last week's reality, not ideals, not intentions, actual use. Where went your moments? What took precedence? What did you embrace? What evaded? Those aren't passive, they're formative, constructing the you in progress. Opting ease over expansion crafts a challenger shunner. Reacting harshly over calmly forges an instinctually combative soul. Scrolling over crafting, ingesting over offering, griping over doing, shapes a future self you might disown. Many cruise on autopilot. They retort not respond. They repeat not choose. They mirror yesterday for simplicity, ignoring if it aligns with goals. Then abruptly, they awaken estranged from aspirations. They query when cynicism crept in, when exhaustion rooted, when bonds frayed. When ambitions shrank, when effort ceased, but it wasn't sudden, it was myriad minor selections. Myriad easy roads over right. Myriad value compromises for convenience. Myriad, just once, until it defined them. Evolution occurs regardless of attention. You're strengthening or weakening, patienting or reacting, giving or taking, opening or closing. No stasis, always direction, so scrutinize habits, reflexes, defaults. These aren't mere acts, they're your emergence. If the trajectory displeases, alter it now. With the immediate choice, who are you evolving into? And is that your desire? Let's cultivate intentional growth. Comment your pledge. I'm shaping my ideal self. Am I genuinely alive or merely enduring? Music pulse differs from vitality. You can inhale, nourish, labor, rest, cycle on without sensing core essence lacks. You can persist but not flourish. Exist but not thrive. Marcus Aurelius saw it. Many lead lives of silent despair and depart with their melody unsung. True then, truer now. We've mastered evasion, dulling, busying to mask inner void. Vitality means deep sensation, presence in ecstasy and agony. Risks that quicken pulse. Crafting, bonding, expanding, exploring. Endurance is rote. Rise, toil, return, divert, slumber, loop. Week to week, year to year. When last felt vividly alive. Not mere joy or peace, but alive. When last ventured fear inspiring yet exhilarating. Learned purely for intrigue. Dialogue beyond superficial. Crafted for creation's sake. If memory fails or time lapsed, you might endure over thrive. Frightening how seamless the slide into endurance. Duties mount. We vow true living post-phase, post-growth, post-retire, post-wealth. But that horizon recedes. Meanwhile, existence unfolds now. Not future, not ideal, not prepared, now. Each road day is irretrievable. Vitality demands purpose, conscious allocation of time and vigor. Declining drains, embracing fills, even inconveniently. Awakening from daily trance. No permission needed for vitality. No flawless setup, no extra resources. Just resolve that your existence exceeds routines. That day's merit more than survival. So query, am I alive or enduring? What am I enduring that's gradually eroding me? Elements in your world now sap you subtly, steadily, so incrementally they've blended in, yet they weigh, dim, burden beyond necessity. Epictetus reminded, you command your thoughts, not externals. Grasp this for power, but many surrender that by accepting the unacceptable. Perhaps home disarray fostering mental turmoil, or the contact who surfaces only for favors, absent in your need. Or neglected repairs you intend but delay, or guilt-driven pledges now breeding bitterness, or speech that oversteps, unaddressed by limits. We accept for countless excuses. It's tolerable. Avoid seeming fussy. Dread clash. Believe undeserving better. Fatigue blocks action. Hope self-resolution. But fact. Acceptance signals your standards. Permitting depletion declares your value. This is my due. This my limit. View vigor as reserves. Each tolerance withdraws. Unsettled matters. Harmful ties. Messy realms. Broken vows. Withdrawals accumulate, leaving depleted, drained, scant for what counts. Worst. It normalizes. You adapt to burden, forgetting lightness. Accept fatigue as norm. Assume universal drain, heaviness, stasis. But not so, or needless. Rejecting tolerance isn't entitlement, it's truth. Acknowledging vigor's scarcity and your choice in its flow. Denying drains affirms fills. So query now, what endures that's eroding me? What shifts? What talks? What borders? What releases? Your essence too rare for waste. This your boundary. Affirm by commenting. No more endurance. Music. What would I pursue if doubt didn't restrain me? Doubt silently rules many lives. It murmurs why you can't, shouldn't, won't. Over time, murmurs mimic your voice, logic, prudence. Seneca declared, you build strength, bravery, assurance through each face to doubt encounter. But many avert gaze from doubts, denying or deeming them shields. Review yearly choices. How many from thrill, potential, true want? How many from doubt, security, discomfort dodge? Honesty reveals doubt's frequent sway. What if doubt hushed? Would you launch that long-dreamed venture? Initiate avoided talk, relocate to soul-calling spot. Chase passion sans surety, dissolve comfy but stale bond. Attempt the ever-postponed, claiming unreadiness. Most doubts shield not peril, but shame, dismissal, flop, critique, unknown. They anchor in known, even suffocating. Irony. Feared pains pale to untried remorse. Doubt claims unreadiness, disqualification, unworthiness. Wait for resources, certainty. Promises ideal leap time, but never. Doubt invents delays. Fearless living isn't rash, it's denying doubt's dominance, noting it, but revoking veto. Courage is action amid fear. Each doubt-ruled day is unlived. Safe, small, secure over meaningful. Days sum to what-ifs. So query, what if doubt released? Then harder. Why permit it? What am I awaiting approval for? Much life spent anticipating. For readiness declaration, worth affirmation, ideal instant, approval that won't arrive, as none grants your life's leave. Stoic insight from Marcus Aurelius, action founds all triumph. Not flawless schemes, not readiness wait. Action, but conditioned young to seek sanction. Await turn, query pre-speak, approve pre-act. Internalized, we crave others' nod for what counts. Parental, okay for unique root, partners for self-invest, superiors for skill faith, societies for true living, but reality, awaited approval mythical. No figure anoints, ready, proceed. No worth decree, no cosmic go. What awaits approval? Creative start, toxic bounds, career pivot, health care, joy priority, need voicing, non-work walkaway, unapologetic self. Consider lost time waiting, past chances at doorway, uninvited. Faded dreams in readiness quest. Waiting costs life, delaying for validation distrust self. Seeking external seeds power. You author your existence, sole knower of soul needs. What ignites you? No perfection, fearlessness, prep needed. Just commence. Cease okay seeking for soul decisions. Halt external hunt for inherent permission. Grant it now, then enact. Am I forging bonds or amassing contacts? Scan your device. Those entries, followers, links. Now query. How many truly grasp you? Not polished facade, but solitary self. Epictetus taught, allow the pull of true love to guide silently. It won't mislead, yet in haste to link all, we've forsaken deep linkage. We hoard people like items, valuing count over depth. Hundreds online friends, yet lonely amid crowds. Constant chatter, rare truth. Sharing lives, hiding selves. Networks sans relations, crowds sans connection. When last conversed beyond niceties. Shared raw truth, revealed unpolished, listened fully, sans reply prep. True bonds risk, authentic presence, not ideal. Honesty, exposure, now. Willing seen, misread, spurned. Terrifying, so we stay shallow, secure. But secure yields not vital. Thousand light ties, still isolated. Surrounded, pain silent, social whirl, starved for humanity. Fact. One deep bond trumps 100 superficial. One true seer over 1,000 real viewers. One soul touch talk over endless filler. Deep bond selective, invest profoundly, not broadly. Quality trumps quantity, authentic even uneasy. Invite in, not mere follow. So query, forging bonds are amassing. Nourishing relations are accumulating, known deeply or superficially. End life, counter-relevant. Depth of knowing matters. What impact am I shaping now? Impact seen as end-life echo, etched stone or tribute. But truly, you shape it today, this breath, every selection, utterance, deed. Seneca, are now echoes eternally. He knew impact not just final leave, but daily imprints on encountered souls. Recall yesterday, what impact, uplifted or diminished others, gave meaningfully or took, nearer ideal self or distant, time in essence or waste. Many assume endless span for desired impact. Kinder later, purpose soon, admired self eventually, but later eludes, soon never, eventually unreachable, impact not grand solely, built in ordinary. Server treatment, child promises, create over critique, frustrated patience, unseen integrity. Daily you model values, offspring watch stress handle, other treatment, failure response. Colleagues note word action match. Friends see inconvenience show up. Community observes give take, uncomfortable, unintentional still impacts. Absence, silence, apathy. Query not if impacting, but how. Scan choices, schedule, focuses, replies, inputs. Not habits, impact foundations. Dislike build, alter today, impact not future do, current doing. Scripting your eternal tale, impact with comment. My deeds shape impact. What would haunt me undone? In end care, Seneca noted no regrets for excess risks. None for overwork or caution. Regrets for untaken paths, unlived life. Regret truth. Seldom failures, often try failures. In spoken talks, unshown love, unchased dreams, unbecome self from fear, caution, fool fear. Your list, delayed, vowed eventual, bond needing mend, awaiting other. Inner creation feared share, long talk journey unbooked, skill desired, self aged out. Time, decides if procrastinated, chances seal, souls depart, form weakens, doors lock, left with ghosts of possible. Here, undone regrets eclipse done. Try fail yields knowledge, bravery peace. Untried eternal, heavy whisper what if lifelong. Marcus Aurelius, risk far to discover reach. But many shore bound, watching sails, wondering explore. So query honestly, what undone haunts. Note it, sense wait, plan do, not eventual, not perfect, soon, now, pre-time end, regret companion. Banish regret, comment vow, action trumps regret. If today ended all, would I honor my living? Not grim, awakening. We grasp life's limit intellectually. Death certain, but live eternally. Delay, save best, treat now rehearsal for future true start. Epictetus, not short life, but wasted much. Days infinite illusion, careless spend while distracted, dulled, inattentive. Envision today final, not distant, this day. Honor its live, proud self, complete, or frantic fix, say, do wish. Query shreds excuses, ignores plans, dreams, accounts today, loved expressed, meaningful work, best self, wasted on trivial, or invested vital. Many illusion later become, repair, pursue, intend. But if later nil, if now soul, not scare, liberate, from weight, from endless pretense, to live mattering, now, not tomorrow, not settled, not ready, now, so query, if today last, honor living. If no, act, seekers, these 12 questions unsettle. Not meant comfy, comfort traps in unrecognized lives. They awaken, shatter heart shields, remind alive, happening now. Stoic Kierkegaard, life backward understood, forward lived. Can't alter lost years, missed chances, unbe brave. But next changeable, questions not one-off, revisit, ponder, live. Regular asker avoids 50, 60, 70 regret wake. No all answers now, no total fix today, but start. Honest life exam, see avoided, courage over comfort, life too rare for autopilot. Time too dear for waste, heart too vital locked, world needs unique give, brave to offer, don't delay, not ready, not perfect, not confident. Today, pose questions, honest answer, discover act, authentic, fulfilled, meaningful awaits beyond. If video stirred, like, comment hardest question, share needy, subscribe for fuller live challenges. Meant life calls, answer, more than video, pivot, mark commenting, I heed the call.